Alright, welcome back to Little Chat with Jay. More importantly, welcome to part 2 of everything wrong with GTA 5. We're going to continue where we left off. We ain't got no time to waste. We left off talking about the side missions. Let's start with Epsilon. The Epsilon missions, they don't make sense, but they're actually some of the best side missions in the game because they're fun to do. You know what I'm saying? Going out to go find different cars and shit. You know what I'm saying? You can buy them bitches, to be honest. You can buy those cars and put them in your garage and just give them the Epsilon. You know what I'm saying? You give them the Epsilon and you get money for them shits. You actually get paid for a side mission. Because all the side missions that's in the game, you don't get paid for neither one of them. I mean, the Cletus missions, yeah, you get paid for those. The first couple, no. But the last one, like when you start hunting and shit, you actually get paid for those by Cletus himself. You know what I'm saying? It's an activity after the side missions, but still, you get paid for those. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, everything else in the game, you don't get paid for anything. You don't get paid for shit. You don't get paid at all. You don't get paid for any of the missions, except the highest. You don't get paid for any of the side missions, with the exception of 2. You know what I'm saying? The Epsilon missions, they're pretty fun to do. I never got through all of them. You know, I started playing them on the PS3 version, then I just stopped playing. I don't know. I'll probably just work on those later. The weed missions, I explained the weed missions on part 1. I'm not even going to explain those again. Those are just fucking pointless. And they make no goddamn sense. Like, you do all this shit for nothing. The paparazzi missions, you do that shit for nothing. The first one, you know, is just pretty straightforward. It's funny as hell, to be honest. You know, and it pretty much shows me why Kanye be lashing out on the goddamn paparazzi every chance he gets, because they get on his fucking nerves, and they get on mine too. I fucking hate the paparazzi. And doing this whole series of side missions, you know, for Beverly, prove me otherwise. You know what I'm saying? That shit is fucking annoying, man. Side missions are stupid. They are. First one, you chasing Miranda Cowan in the goddamn, I think that's her name, not sure, but you chasing her on the bike while she's in the limo, and you got Beverly trying to get fucked up pictures of her. Get a couple, and all of a sudden, his arch rival, Madison, comes out of nowhere doing the same thing. You knock his ass off the bike, you know, one time to get gold, and you take Beverly to his next stakeout. He don't pay you shit. He just gives you that ugly ass PCJ 600. That might be the worst bike in every GTA that I played. The second one is the I think it's the sex tape. You got I forgot that bitch's name. It's like a sex rampage. Like, she's not even enjoying the sex. Dude probably has the baby dick, and he's not even dicking her down the way she wants him to. I mean, he's fucking her doggy style, but he ain't doing nothing. He ain't getting in no pumps for real. You know what I'm saying? Worst sex, hashtag worst sex ever. You know what I'm saying? He gave her ass a limp dick. That's what he gave her. You know what I'm saying? That shit was funny and all, but you know, like, once the rampage happened, like, you gotta get like all of the footage. You gotta have the picture perfect. You know what I'm saying? But the way Beverly be driving, bruh. And then the third one, it's a 2-part mission. One part, you see the so-called Queen of England, you know, with her fake ass British accent. you can tell her accent was fake. It was fake though. I mean, like, her accent wasn't as strong as it's supposed to be. It was uber strong. Like, it was stronger than it was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? But that's besides the point. But you gotta take a picture of her buying drugs. Pretty simple, right? The next one is Poppy Mitchell in a fucking cognoscenti that ain't really a cognoscenti because it only has one door. You know what I'm saying? The cognoscenti is a replica of the Bentley. You know what I'm saying? The Bentley has 2 doors. Yes, I think it does. The cognoscenti that I know, that I've come to love, was the one from GTA 4. You know what I'm saying? The mob cognoscenti. The one that looks like a limo. You know what I'm saying? That's the real cognoscenti. They actually did put it in the game eventually, but still. The cognoscenti that she was driving was ugly as fuck. And it was pink. Not saying that pink is ugly color, but still. She was driving that bitch, and she's getting chased by the police. She's drunk, obviously. And you gotta, you know, stay close to her and the cops without actually hitting the cops. I hit the cops a couple times when I first did that mission. You But now I'm a pro at it. I don't hit the cops at all because I've been using the goddamn driving and bidding it like crazy. Use it too much, it deteriorates all the way. You can't even use it no more. And that's besides the point. Once they finally stop, because it's a long goddamn race, you know what I'm saying? Not a real race, but you got to keep up with her until she eventually stops. But when she finally stops, you actually got to take a picture of her getting cuffed. I didn't know that, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I don't pay attention. But that shit is stupid, man. Like, why the fuck do I got to be taking pictures of shit like that, man? And then the last one, Beverly's filming a TV show. This one is the best one out of all of them. Stupid because he doesn't pay you. But the best part about it is that you can kill his ass and take the money, you know what I'm saying? And the best part about killing his ass is that you can blow his ass up with RPG. Blow his ass up with RPG, blow him up with a grenade, you can blow his ass up with a sticky bomb, you blow his ass up with anything that can explode. I mean, you can throw a goddamn, proximity mine at his ass. He walks right into it, or he walks away from it, it still blows up and gets his ass. You know what I'm saying? But that part eventually makes that whole damn series of paparazzo missions pointless. Because, I mean, what's the point of doing those missions if you're going to kill his ass anyway? Same with the Minutemen missions. The Minutemen missions are bullshit because you're on a deportation spree, you know, hunting for illegal immigrants. And even one of them actually shows his green card, and Joseph himself takes that bitch and throws it out the window. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? He showed you his green card, so obviously he's not illegal. You know what I'm saying? What's another one? Tanya's tow truck missions. I don't think I talked about her missions. Tanya's tow truck missions, all I'm going to say about that is that they proved that stereotype to be true. Black people are lazy. Some black people are lazy. Because, I mean, she ain't doing shit but smoking crack. Yeah, you can tell she's on crack because her eyes always red. You know what I'm saying? She wears the same clothes. She wears that same dirty ass green tank top or vest top, whatever you want to call it, blouse. I don't know. Those same ugly ass booty shorts and those same fucking heels. She looks dirty as all hell. She looked like she ain't bathed in years. You know what I'm saying? Her pussy probably stink. Her feet probably stink. You know for damn sure her breath stink because she been smoking crack. You know what I'm saying? Her ass stink too. She ain't been washing her ass because she been wearing the same goddamn clothes. She looked raggedy as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I don't like Franklin at all, but I agree with what he said. Tanya, do you ever clean your raggedy bitch ass up? Well, ain't no need to talk about that shit. Only thing that make those missions pointless and fucking stupid is that JB's ass, because that's his job, he ain't gonna get up to do the fucking job, man. You know, he's just lazy. He's just smoking crack all goddamn day. You know what I'm saying? Tiny's basically setting you up to do his goddamn job for him, and Franklin's stupid ass went ahead and did him. I mean, if I was Franklin, I wouldn't have done him. I'd have let fucking Tiny do him. You know what I'm saying? But she gonna make up that sorry ass excuse. One, I can't drive, and two, this ain't no job for a lady. But there's some female tow truck drivers. Not female truck drivers. Come on. Stop complaining, bitch. Stop complaining. Well, that's all I'm going to say about that. Moving on to the story. Now, the story, some of the things on the story didn't make any goddamn sense. I mean, how could... Okay, let's start from the beginning. The main story itself, like from the very first mission, like the opening mission. The opening mission was obviously a setup. It's supposed to be a heist, but it's a heist going partially right. I'm not going to say a heist going wrong. I say a heist going partially right. It's not a real heist. Yes, the cops get involved, but, you know, that was actually, you know, intentional. They wanted the cops to get involved. The cops had no idea, you know, of what the plan actually was. They just know to kill the motherfuckers that's actually robbing the bank. You know what I'm saying? Or at least catch them. Well, in GTA 5's case, kill them. Because there is no getting locked up in the game. Not once have I gotten busted in GTA 5. Of all my 3 years of playing, I never got busted. You know what I'm saying? You get busted on GTA 5, you's a bitch. I mean, they ain't doing shit but shooting at you anyway. And getting busted was the best part about playing GTA. You know what I'm saying? I don't think anybody got busted playing GTA 5, man. Even GTA 4, you get busted on dumb shit sometimes. GTA 5, you end up doing some dumb shit. You don't even get busted. They just stand in front of the window and just shoot you. They didn't even attempt to pull you out the car. Or off the bike. At least on San Andreas, they punch your ass off the bike. They hit you with that Mike Tyson left. Mike Tyson left. Aim the gun at you. But it was basically the mission was a setup, though. You know what I'm saying? And they couldn't counter off the setup. You know what I'm saying? And you could tell it was a setup because when they got to where the chopper was supposed to be, we're thinking in our head like, what chopper? We don't see a chopper. You know what I'm saying? And then the cue, and I knew this part was a cue because Mike said stick to the plan. As soon as he said stick to the plan, that's when you knew it was getting ready to happen. He said stick to the plan. Trevor said, what? Stick to the fucking plan. And the camera cuts to Dave Norton. I didn't recognize him at first when I first played the game, but the second time I knew something was up. You know what I'm saying? You saw how fast he got ready with the damn shotgun? It looked like he was hesitant a little bit. Actually, he was hesitant. He hesitantly shot Brad, who wasn't supposed to die. Because what was supposed to happen was Trevor was supposed to die. You know what I'm saying? Michael wanted Trevor out of his life because Trevor is a fucking psychopath. You know what I'm saying? But Trevor was supposed to die or go to jail. One or the other. He's either supposed to get life in prison or just life after death. But all three were supposed to get shot, I guess. Michael was supposed to survive, and he did. He was supposed to fake his death. Brad was supposed to survive. He didn't. He was supposed to fake his death too, but he really died. You know what I'm saying? So all these years, they had Brad buried 6 feet under in a grave marked Michael Townley. You know what I'm saying? And Trevor didn't know that. Trevor thought that Brad was in jail because, yeah. All these years he's been mourning Michael's death, and then he actually found out that Michael was alive due to a heist that he pulled. And he found Michael. If Franklin had nothing to do with that, then the game would be 10 times better because, you know, adding Franklin to the mix didn't make any sense. Franklin doesn't add to the game in any way, in my opinion. He's the worst character in the game. He's a pointless ass character. He's just as pointless as those goddamn pedestrians, if you ask me. He don't do shit in the game. There's only 3 things that's making him a playable character. One being is that he has the driving ability. You know what I'm saying? Keep yourself from crashing if you're going high speeds and shit. You got Lamar's goofy ass, and then you got the races. You know what I'm saying? Because with the driving ability, you can use that shit in the races to help you win even better. I mean, you don't really need it because the races are easy as fuck in GTA 5. There's no way in the hell you can lose those races. Unless you do something stupid, you know, intentionally. But those races are just easy as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Races on GTA 4 and... Well, GTA 4 they're easy too, but you're racing people in buckets. You know, they driving buckets and you don't even with a supercar or a motorcycle. It's funny. But GTA 5, like, they're just boring. The races are boring. San Andreas, the races are hard as shit. You know what I'm saying? That's competition. You know what I'm saying? That's besides the point. If they picked up on the story between Mike and Trevor, which they initially did, but they did it the wrong way, they'd have picked up on that and kept it between those two instead of adding Franklin's nosy ass to the mix, then the story would have been 10 times better. The reason why the story didn't make sense is because it felt rushed. You know what I'm saying? And it was rushed. It felt rushed. Got some pointless ass missions out of it. And ultimately it just felt like it was missing something. You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing. Some of the pointless ass missions. Now, you know Lamar got into some goofy ass situations with Stretch. When he first got out, he was talking about conversating with the ballers. And you know, if you grow families, conversating with the ballers is a no-no. That'll get you capped off the spot. You know what I'm saying? Like, why the fuck are you conversating with the ballers? You know we don't. You know we're still beefing with the ballers. 11 years later, in Grove, and the ballers are still beefing. You know what I'm saying? Don't conversate with the ballers. So that's one con right there that Rockstar fucked up on. He said, when I was inside, I conversated with the purple homies. And the way he said that, he sounded so fucking retarded. With the purple homies. Really? Really stretch? The ultimately, at the end of the game, we do end up killing Stretch. We end up killing Agent Haynes as well. And Wei Chang. Now, the thing is, the ending was rushed. And I don't think that we were supposed to kill Wei Chang and Agent Haynes and goddamn Stretch at the end of the game. I think that was supposed to be earlier in the game. And if it was earlier in the game, it would have made a lot of sense. Killing those motherfuckers at the end of the game and then killing Dave Norton. No, not Dave Norton. Fucking Devin Weston. Killing Devin Weston at the end of the game. That shit made no sense. You know what I'm saying? Here's how I would have did it. As soon as Stretch tricked Lamar into buying that drywall, we could have hunted his ass down. That's what could have happened. Know what I'm saying? We could have hunted his ass down and killed his ass right on the spot. That's what could have happened. We could have took care of his ass in the beginning of the fucking game. Agent Haynes, we could have killed his ass. You know, like right when he was gonna arrest us. Could have had Dave Norton shoot him in the face, or Michael shoot him in the face. One of them. Or even the goddamn UL Pepper guy that made a cameo appearance in GTA 5. He could have shot him in the face. You know what I'm saying? That would have been a good death point for Agent Haynes. Wei Chang kidnapped Michael at the midpoint of the game. And Trevor didn't give a fuck. They was going to kill Michael. But Franklin was the only person to go out there and save him. You know what I'm saying? That also made Franklin a playable character. But if Franklin wasn't in the game, Trevor probably would have had a change of heart. If Trevor was beefing with Wei Chang back in Canada, or wherever the hell they was beefing, he could have killed Wei Chang but left Mike there to die. That would have made more sense. I don't think anybody has ever thought of that. But he could have killed Wei Chang. He could have killed all the Chinese dudes there and just left Michael to die. There could have been one car outside and Trevor could have took that car. You know what I'm saying? And then just drove the fuck off, just left him there. Save his life, but just leave his ass there to die. You know what I'm saying? So those are 3 death points that could have happened, you know, at the beginning, midpoint, and end of the game. Or before the end of the game. And that leaves Devin Weston. Devin Weston, we could have did something different. Instead of just kidnapping his ass, putting him in the back of the truck and pushing his ass off the cliff. I mean, they're really going to copy off the Aiden O'Malley death from GTA 4? That's how we killed his ass. Push his ass off the cliff. Or you shoot him in the head and he falls off the cliff. Doesn't matter. You kill his ass all the way. And killing Devin Weston, that was like the weakest death ever. Weakest death, weakest ending ever. Now the best ending the best ending in the game is like Trevor's death. You know what I'm saying? Now I keep replaying that shit in my head. That made the ending for GTA 5 so much better for me. But they could have had They could have added a choice D where Franklin dies. Know what I'm saying? If Franklin was gonna be a potential candidate to die, then basically Franklin is the main character. Is what it is. You know, Franklin is the main character, and Michael and Trevor are co-characters basically. They have their story. Franklin has his story. You know what I'm saying? That's basically how the game plays out, if you ask me. That now I'm just thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. But Devin Weston, I would have did his death differently. What I would have done, I would have did the same thing. You know how that played out, kidnapping his ass from the house where he has Merriweather guarding his ass. Yeah, we can kill all Merriweather. But what I would do is I would have Michael and Franklin, or minus Franklin, but still, I would have Michael and Franklin with Trevor going to go kill Merriweather to capture Devin Weston. And we would take Devin Weston somewhere quiet, nobody would interrupt and nobody could hear anything. And what we could all do, instead of just shooting him, we would put the guns down. We can pour some gas on his ass and set his ass on fire. We want him to suffer. We don't want him to die immediately. We want his ass to suffer. Why? Because he didn't pay us the money that he owed us for those fucking cars that we repoed. You know what I'm saying? That would have made a lot more sense than just kidnapping his ass and pushing the car off the cliff. And that was stupid. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, the ending was rushed. They even admitted that the ending was, well, Rockstar didn't admit it. Slate Johnson, the voice of Lamar, admitted it. He said that the ending was rushed. The original ending was supposed to have something to do with Lamar, but he said on Instagram that he caught a case, or on Twitter, I think. Said he caught a case and wasn't able to do motion cap and voice recording and nothing like that, so they had to redo the ending. If they would have waited and just pushed GTA 5 back until he was able to do it again, then maybe we wouldn't get the bullshit that we got. You know what I'm saying? There's certain parts of the game that just doesn't connect, and it makes me think that the fuck just happened? Did I do that for nothing? And most of the game was, we did that for nothing. So let's go to the setting room and then we're going to wrap this up. We can't crouch. Not being able to crouch actually takes away from the game because, you know, me being a long-time GTA player as well as Call of Duty player, I love killing motherfuckers and then teabagging them, you know what I'm saying? I love putting my nuts in people's face because I'm the better man, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not the only one that like doing that. Everybody loves doing that, you know what I'm saying? I love teabagging people. You can barely dodge bullets. Or in other words, everybody has 95 to 100% accuracy. And you can barely dodge the shit. Because even when you roll, you still get hit. You driving full speed, you still get hit. You flying 100, like 50 feet in the air, still get hit. Okay, 50 feet, that don't make sense. 20 feet. You flying like 20 feet in the air, like everybody's on the ground. Not, yeah, like everybody's on the ground. You know what I'm saying? You flying up and up and up and up, and you high to the point where they look like little ants and shit, or to the point where you can't see them. They still shooting, and you still getting hit by pistols nonetheless. And I'm like, what the fuck? How do they have accuracy like that? And at one point, they actually killed my ass. Yeah, that was fucking stupid. Everybody has 100% accuracy, especially in gun battles. You know what I'm saying? In gun battles, like you take cover, like they can still hit your ass even when you in cover. Like you ducking by something, they can still shoot you in the head. You taking cover by a wall, they still shoot you in the arm. Sometimes when you in full cover, they still shoot through the shit and you still get hit. I'm like, what the fuck? It happens to me all the time. I don't know if it happens to y'all, but it happens to me all the fucking time. And then again is what I meant to say. You get shot from all directions. Like you get shot from over there, you get shot from back there, over there, and over there. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how the hell am I supposed to shoot all these bastards and they all over the damn place? GTA 4, it ain't like that. They shoot you from one direction. You know what I'm saying? No pun intended. You know, because whatever. But it's like a couple waves of enemies. You know what I'm saying? Kinda. Get shot from one direction first, and then you get shot from another direction, then you get shot from another direction, then you get shot from another direction, and that's it. You don't get shot from all directions and then it just ends. No. So I hate those gang attacks. I do them because I love getting in shootouts, but for real, I really don't like those gang attacks because of the accuracy. You know what I'm saying? I die so many times before I can even complete that shit. Not bashing it, I'm just saying. The gangs are boring. The gangs don't do shit. The gangs just stand there the whole time. You know what I'm saying? The gangs just... they just stand there and have casual conversations, smoke and drink. That's all they do. They don't do shit until you intentionally or unintentionally provoke them motherfuckers. And what I mean by unintentionally is that if you stand in front of them, they ain't gonna do shit but shoot you. No remorse. No fucks given. That shit takes away from the game. Just being shot at without doing anything. Like, come on. I didn't do nothing. Why the fuck am I getting shot at? You know what I'm saying? You crash into somebody's car accidentally, they get out and start shooting at you instead of trying to fight sometimes. There's another thing. On GTA 4, you know, on GTA 4, when you rob somebody, like, I ain't talking rob somebody, I'm talking stealing cars. You stand in front of somebody's car and you point the gun at them, they'll put their hands up. Or they'll get out and put their hands up. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll just sit there and try to back up and then they'll get out and run. You know what I'm saying? But if they get out and put their hands up, they'll sit there for like 3 seconds and then they'll run and you can take the car. You're free to take the car. On GTA 5, you can't even do that shit no more. You stand in front of somebody's car, pull your gun out, they just run your ass over. That is annoying as fuck. You shooting, they'll still run your ass over intentionally. They make it look like an accident, but it's intentional as all hell. You know what I'm saying? I'm always getting ran over in the middle of fucking shootouts and shit, and then I just die. Like, what the fuck? I'll be raging like shit off camera too. Just so you know. But like I was saying, gangs don't add anything to the game. They're just boring. Just like the pedestrians. The pedestrians don't do shit. They just stand there, and when they hear gunshots, they run like some little bitches. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, you're supposed to run like a little bitch when you hear gunshots anyway, but it's just they just stand there, and all they do is just walk around and do nothing, and they run when they hear gunshots. GTA 4, at least they fight each other. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they fight each other in GTA 5 too, but that's actually when one of them accidentally hits one another. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get one of them to hit each other. They don't fight at all if you're not involved in any way. You know what I'm saying? You gotta initiate that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just like the shootouts when it comes to cops and gang members. You don't ever see cops and gang members shoot at each other. Whenever you see cops shoot at somebody, it's always, you know, they're always shooting at rednecks and shit. You know what I'm saying? They're always chasing somebody, and it's always a fucking redneck getting out the car. Like 4 rednecks getting out the cars, and one of them got a shotgun, and the others got pistols and shit, and another one has a micro pistol. You know what I'm saying? Or micro machine gun. Or Uzi. I'm gonna just say Uzi. You know what I'm saying? It's always the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Everything is overpriced. The guns, the ammo, the clothes, the jewels, and even the cars. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get to the cars in a second. I'm gonna lose my mind on the cars, so we gonna save that for last. But the ammo, the guns and ammo. The guns and ammo, the ammo costs just as much as the guns themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like for the RPG, actually no. Ammo actually don't even cost as much as it usually does. So let's not talk about it. It just depends on how much you waste. We're not gonna talk about that one. Let's talk about the upgrades actually. The upgrades cost more than the guns themselves. You know what I'm saying? Now, for every gun in the game, like one of them is $2,500. One of the guns is $2,500. But the upgrades, you know, like the scope is like $15,000, I think, or $12,000. The fucking suppressor is $19,000. Like, what the fuck? This shit is ridiculous. And then the camos cost more. I'm saying $10,000 for platinum. I understand that, but goddamn, it's still overpriced. Then you got the Yusuf Amir finish, which is $43,000. Who the fuck is gonna pay for that? I know people will, but still, it's too much. The clothes and the jewels. I understand that the jewels are that expensive, and that's how much they cost in real life, kinda. Know what I'm saying? Well, they don't cost that much in real life. Yeah, you got jewels that cost $5,000, but like that's as high as they'll go. You know what I'm saying? At $1,200 all the way to $5,000. Some of them are $10,000, but they're never $50,000 fucking dollars. Give me a fucking break. Excuse my F-bombs. Goddamn. Clothes. Clothes should not cost $20,000 unless you're buying a lot of them shits. You know what I'm saying? Shirts should never cost $10,000. You know what I'm saying? Pants should never cost $17,000. Shoes should never cost $18,000. It makes no goddamn sense. They don't really cost that much, but when it comes to buying outfits, they really do cost that much. You know what I'm saying? The DLC outfits from the Lowriders DLC. Bruh. $20,000, man. $20,000. That's all I'm gonna say. And then finally, the cars also put. You don't get paid for every mission, but I already explained that. The cars. Why are the cars so expensive? I can't buy a car. I just made all of that money. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard to get $100,000. First of all, And you know, all the cars are over 100, not all of them, all the ones that's in Legendary Motorsports, all of those cost over $100,000. There's only like 2 of them that cost like less than 100,000. One of them is 100,000 exactly, which is the Comet. You know what I'm saying? But most of the cars in the game are either $100,000 or $1 million. $100,000, a little bit over $100,000, sometimes half a mil, or sometimes $1 million, and even over $1 million. You got one car that costs $2 million. You know what I'm saying? The only reason this shit is overpriced is because they're trying to get you to buy shark cards. You know me. I don't like cheating for real. You know what I'm saying? The cheats in the game is ass already, so you know what I'm saying? It really ain't no point in putting the cheats in because they block everything once you put the cheats in. Those cheats is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You only get invincibility for 5 minutes. What kind of shit is that? You gotta keep putting the damn cheat in. And then the cheats are long as fuck. That's besides the point. Why are the cars that goddamn expensive? Ain't no cars that cost $2 million in real life. You know what I'm saying? And you know me, I don't buy shark cars at all. I do everything the hard way. I got to $1 million the hard way. You know what I'm saying? And that's by doing missions and shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do any races. I didn't do any adversary missions. I did some of those on live streams, but I wasn't doing those on my own time. I was doing missions, and that was it. Just a whole bunch of random ass missions from Lamar, Gerald, Martin, Ron, Trevor, Simeon, and Lester. That was it. So all I did was missions, and I made it to $1 million the hard way. I only bought shark cards one time, but that was on my old account, so that don't count. And I bought the one that was for $200,000, and even I wasted that shit. But that pretty much proves my point. That GTA 5 is not the best GTA 5 of all time. And I ain't done. There's one thing that pissed me off. I'm looking through all the goddamn cars and shit. You got the military site where you can buy cars and shit. You can buy a bus. I don't see any problem with that. But you look at the price. $500,000 for a bus? I could just steal one off the street and run the bus driver over. Why the fuck should I buy a bus? Let alone pay $500,000 for that shit. I'm not paying $500,000 for a goddamn bus. No. A dump. Big ass dump truck that's slower than all hell. Goes less than 5 miles per hour. That shit is $1 million. Why? Why? What else? Got a goddamn barracks that's like $300,000. Why? Why the hell should I buy it? You don't even have to buy that. They got one out in Paleto Bay. I don't need to buy that, man. There's one in Paleto Bay that I can buy for free. I mean, that I can buy for free. How do you buy something for free? There's one in Paleto Bay that I can just steal for free. God damn, I'm retarded for saying that. But you get what I'm trying to say, man. There's no reason for that shit to be overpriced like that. If it was $15,000, I'd understand. But $500,000, no, I will not. I say I will not. The fucking helicopters are over $1 million. Why? And what's the point of buying a helicopter for $1 million if you can call Lester or Meriwether, or if you're a VIP, you can just spawn one in front of you for $25,000. Tell me that. As a VIP, you can spawn a Buzzard, the most expensive helicopter in the game, or was after the Gold Swift, but the most expensive helicopter in the game. You can spawn that shit right in front of you for only $20,000, $25,000. Easy. Yet, when you buy a bus, that shit is $1.3 million. You know what I'm saying? The only vehicle in the game that should be $1 million is a tank. Then again, maybe not. A tank should only be $500,000, actually. Actually, no. I think tanks are $1 million in real life, too. Tank in the game is like $7 million, actually. for $3 million. I ain't buying that shit. Tesla's bullshit in the game too. They're supposed to be indestructible. They get blown up in like 30 shots. Which ain't bad, but still. Anyway, hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I hope y'all agree with everything I said. I know some people want to probably get some dislikes on this shit by GTA 5 fanboys that think I'm overly bashing the game. I'm just talking about my displeasure with the game. Opinions is opinions. So don't be in the comments saying that I'm bashing the game. I'm not bashing the game. I'm not being negative. I'm just saying that there's a lot of things that's wrong with the game that they could potentially fix. You know what I'm saying? Or pretty much things that piss me off in GTA 5 that I don't want to see in GTA 6. Anyway, that being said, I'm going to wrap this up like a condom. I'll see y'all in the next video. I'm out, man. Peace. Fuck Donald Trump. Bye.